Hey everyone, Tim Anderson here, aka Renfail. Welcome back for another LOTRO video. Today I'm going to be taking you through a leveling guide of sorts. It's kind of my take on things. My take is not the only take. There's lots of great leveling guides out there on YouTube and beyond. But I wanted to sit down and talk about my favorite way to do things with my fans here on YouTube. And if you happen to be stumbling across this as a first time viewer, awesome. The algorithm is doing its job. Welcome to the channel. If you like this content, don't forget to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get more updates like this delivered to you. We play on the Laurelin server. If you would like to join us, we have a Discord community and a gaming community who's currently playing Lord of the Rings Online together. Check all that stuff out down below. And don't forget to check out all the other playlists here on YouTube because I do TV shows, books, films, other video games. I play the Xbox a lot. I stream most mornings. So hopefully you'll stick around and tune in to all those different things. And if you want to go above and beyond and check out the stuff I do as a game developer, you can check out the World of the Weave and the Void, which is that world map behind me. And you can find more information about that over at patreon.com/wandering hermits. So my lore master here is hanging out in front of the Arganauth today. I've been slowly working him up, getting him into Rohan, which we're just on the cusp of getting there. We've been making our way down the Anduin, and we got here last night. And I figured this is a great place to start off a video by showing a classic, iconic location from the Lord of the Rings. One of the things I love about this game is they do take some inspiration in terms of visuals from the films, from Peter Jackson's films, but this is very much based on the books. So everything in this game is what happened in the books and locations from the books. So it's if you like the books more than the films, that's awesome. I like both. I like all things Tolkien and Middle Earth. But you do get a lot more of the book content in this game. It's a very good adaptation in my mind. So, Rohan. We're in front of the Arganauth. It's been a long journey to get here. We had to come all the way down from the Misty Mountains through to Isengard, and then eventually making our way from Isengard, going up and around and back to various places. We've been through Mirkwood, we've been through Moria, we've been through Lothlorien, we've been through a lot of different places, but everything started back in Eriador. So this particular character is a high elf, which the high elves have their own unique little introduction, but like all elves, you start off in Ered Luin if you're an elf or a dwarf. If you're a human, you start off in Archit and the Brelands. But you have your options of starting areas here. It doesn't matter where you create your character. You can go do the leveling. You can level anywhere you want to. And you can, if you start as a dwarf, for example, you can go do the quests in the Shire. And if you start as a human, you can go do the quests in Ered Luin. It doesn't matter. You can pick your sort of starting area, which is going to get you from around level 1 to 20. Now, the one thing I always remind people, we had a couple of new people on stream last night. If you are a new person who's never played the game before, I would highly recommend just following the book quests that give you the main storyline, because those are going to send you to the places that are naturally the easiest places to level up. As you work on the book quests, you get sent to various locations, and there are quest hubs throughout those locations that offer you the path of least resistance. They're not necessarily my favorite places, but they do offer a first-time player the best option to just follow the Volume 1 storyline and get into Moria, which is Volume 2. Now, if you have never played Volume 1, it's the one where it diverges the most from the books, because by the time you get to Volume 2 in Moria, you're sort of settled into following the path of the Fellowship, and everything kind of coincides with what the Fellowship is doing on their journey from Rivendell to go destroy the ring. But the early part of the game, the Volume 1 content, which is the Shadows of Angmar, was very much an original storyline that was created when this game launched all those years ago. And you are going to be doing a lot of interaction with the characters from the books as they go to Rivendell, but once they get to Rivendell, they kind of are stuck in Rivendell until they decide to go to Moria. But there's a lot of content that you can do before you ever go to Moria. So if you've never done the epic volumes, the book quest before for Volume 1, I highly recommend that you do that all the way through because it is a very good storyline. It deals with ring lore and it deals with a lot of the classic locations, and it will send you all over this map right here, the Eregion map. You will go everywhere. But in terms of leveling, here's my preferred route. So when you first start off, you're going to eventually get sent to Bree around level 15. You're going to go to the Prancing Pony. I always follow the book quest, get to Bree, do some quests in Bree. As soon as it gives me the option to go to the Lone Lands, I go to the Lone Lands. I do a little bit of that. And then when I get to the Lone Lands and I'm about mid 20s, this is where I diverge, and I like to go up into the North Downs and go to Trestlebridge and do quests from Trestlebridge up through into the fields of Fornost and etc. And then working my way over here to Esseldine and doing the quests at the Dwarven and Human and Elven settlements here. Doing the Fornost dungeon, which I believe is 25, if I'm not mistaken. I like this leveling area, and then from here, I like to then go over to Oatbarton and do Oatbarton and some of the Evendom quests. Evendom used to be a pain in the butt, but now they've added boats to get you across the lake. Evendom is a lot of fun. Once you get into the early to mid 30s, one of my favorite zones in all of Eriador is the Trollshaws. Now, I have not played the angle of Mythathel yet, which is the new content that got added a couple months back with the Ranger patch. But starting here at the bridge, you can basically just start here around level 32, I think maybe it is, and you just follow the quests from here, and it will lead you to this camp, and you'll go up into this camp, and you go down into here, and you can go up into here, and you just do the whole of the Trollshaws. It's a really cool quest, one of my favorite quests in the game. You get to interact with Gollum. It's a really fun quest down in this area. I can't remember the name of this. Candleth. It's down in this area. Hell of a lot of fun. And then you'll eventually get to Rivendell around late 30s, early 40s, somewhere around in there. The book quest will naturally guide you there as well. Once I get to Rivendell, I then like to go up into the Misty Mountains and follow the content up throughout the Misty Mountains until I'm level 45. Now this is where I diverge because I've done Volume 1 so many times on so many characters. I don't need to go see Forakel again as an example, or Angmar. Those aren't my favorite zones of the game. So once I get to 40, I go up into the Misty Mountains. As soon as I hit 45, I like to do the prologue quest in Rivendell and watch the Fellowship, the prologue for Volume 2, watch the Fellowship leave Rivendell and then travel down into Eregion. And from Eregion, the quest hubs start in Gwingris at 45, and this entire zone will take you to level 50 more or less. But as soon as I get here, I like to go straight down here to Eregion and go to the Chapter 1 section of Volume 2, which deals with the walls of Moria. You're helping the dwarves open up the Moria once again, getting the door open, and in the process you get a legendary weapon. And the reason I like to do this as soon as it's available as an option at level 45 is because once you get that epic weapon and then your epic class item, you can start leveling it up and getting your traceries and everything else, which gives you a really cool main weapon and a class item which you'll never need to replace ever again because those will level up with you as you progress. And once I've gotten those, I drop back to Gwingris, and I then work my way through here into level 50. Now, once you hit Moria, this is where you're kind of locked in to a set path in terms of leveling, because Volume 1 has a lot of options in terms of where you can go. You've usually got 2 to 3 different options per level bracket, so 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. You've got 2 or 3 options for each one of those brackets. But once you get to Moria, you're locked in. There are sort of leveling areas that are within 3 to 5 levels of each other throughout Moria, but Moria is pretty much a set path. You're going from one side of the zone to the other side of the zone, And however you choose to get there is up to you. There are lots of different areas, as you can see on here, and each area has lots of quest hubs, so you can choose to do quests up here or choose to do quests down there. You know, it's kind of up to you. But it is a straight path all the way through from, as you'll notice, from the western side of Eriador to the eastern side, which is to the Dimrill Dale. Now, how you choose to get through here, again, is sort of optional, but what's not optional is the fact that this is the only place to go from level, like, what, 50 to 60, I believe. When you pop out the other side, you're getting into Karas Galahad, blah, 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 Karas Galadon, or Lothlorien, and you're gonna get some quests along this path and down around in here and everything else. But then, um, if you're following the book quest, you're gonna get sent straight to Mirkwood, and that's again sort of a very linear path going from Lothlorien to Dol Guldur. And once you've done all that, you're gonna end up getting sent down to the Isengard expansion, which is over in here. But there's stuff that happens along here, and then that will eventually lead you to Dunland. And or does Dunland come before? I think Dunland comes before Isengard, actually. I'm going to double check here. It might be before that. No, this is part of, yeah, after Mirkwood. Anyway, I digress. After Moria, it's a somewhat more linear path, at least from what I've experienced. I've not played the game all the way through, but from what I've seen after Moria, it's very much a linear path all the way through to Mordor and then dropping a ring in Mount Doom. So that's kind of my take on things. You have quite a bit of flexibility up to level 50 in those level brackets, but then once you get to level 50 and you get into Moria, it's then time for you to focus on following the book quests and just doing the quest hubs that come along the way. You'll notice, though, as you're going along, at least from my perspective, sometimes I don't necessarily always do all the quest hubs because sometimes the book quest I've done so much before in areas that I'm sort of over leveled for the content, but eventually you will always get to a point with the book quest where you hit a wall where the content is like orange or red to you, and you'll need to back up and start doing quest hubs again to keep that book quest leveled up and moving forward. Anyway, that's my take on things. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments down below. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get updates like this delivered to you. If you want to join us, we are on the Laurelin server. We play Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights Central Time, Saturdays and Sunday mornings with our European friends, Central Time, of course. And you have a Discord, which the links are down there. And if you want to support the channel, you can join as a member, but you can also head on over to the Patreon page where my brother, my wife, and I, along with Nathan Napalm, are building the world of the Weave and the Void, which is that world back there. It's a 5th edition tabletop setting with the books coming out in June. We have a point-and-click game like the old Quest for Glory and King's Quest games coming out later this year, and we have a book series like Dragonlance with chapters being published twice a month. So check that out as well. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Have a safe weekend, and I'll see everybody next time.